Oh yeah, chat's not pulled up. There we go. And so begins the saga of moving the Twitch chat inlay
Oh,
around
yeah,
so
that
that I can
works.
see. And now there's no more sound.
Told you should do an audio check.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
But did you listen to me? No.
Nope.
Rage knows all.
I've lost too many videos due to audio problems. I'm paranoid when it comes to audio these days.
Oh, here's the sound back. Very loud in my ears. Let's turn ambient volume. Oh wait, no. Music volume down slightly. Much better. That should do it. Alright, resume. And we're live. No one's here yet, but we're live.
Ish.
Live-ish. Alright, so gonna do some more career mode stuff, and then if we hit a stopping point, we'll do a couple more challenges.
Quite excited about this. My first Monday night Kerbalcast.
Have you not been to see any of them yet?
Well, no, it's always at like 1 a.m., isn't it?
Yes.
Or you could always watch the VODs.
I can always do what?
Watch the VODs, the video on demand, either on here or on Jared's YouTube.
That didn't actually occur to me. Yes, I could do that.
Yes, you could. Alright, Amy or Rage, can one of you guys listen in on Twitch for a minute and see how good the audio balance is? I think it's good. These are the same settings that worked so well last time, but... spaces around the mun. Let's see where all my vessels are.
It sounds alright. The game volumes may be a little loud.
Okay.
And there's Spaceman in chat.
Hey, Spaceman. He said it sounds good.
Hi, Spaceman.
I will turn the volume down because it sounds very loud in my ears.
But then again, that may be just the difference in how we both mix audio.
That's true. Hello, Beagle. Did you have a nice nap last night?
Yeah, he was talking about how we were such great company that we just lulled him to sleep.
It's gotta be your voice.
So what is it you guys did last night? Was it Kerbalcast MP again?
Yeah.
Well, we can't talk about all of that. At least not on Twitch.
It was okay. Why can't we talk about it on Twitch?
What?
I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Alright.
You have so many active things.
I do. If I remember correctly, this explodes whenever I swap to it.
Well, let's find out.
Well, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to turn the ignore max heating. That could be part of the mission for tonight. Put some radiators on that thing so maybe it doesn't blow up.
I think you'll have to completely cover that thing in radiators to counteract the heating bug.
Hey, it's not red. Yes, it is. Very red.
Radiators are still a bit of a mystery to me. I dump them on things, but I don't see any benefits. They don't seem to change anything.
I see.
Honestly, a lot of spacecraft, at least right now, don't need radiators.
Yeah, about the only things that legitimately need them most of the time is anything that's close to the sun. Like if you put a science station very close to the sun. Or mining vessels. Depending on where you are, they might overheat.
Right.
And anything using a nuclear engine. Those are extremely hot. see, gotta check on more things. See what contracts I can easily complete. I don't have anything around the mun. We can put a satellite around the mun. Garbage. Delete that. More debris. I said debris as in plural. Is that a real word? Debris? Isn't debris?
I thought
No,
debris
I
was
think-
both singular and plural.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking, and then I just
same.
said debris.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
yeah.
create
I
a
think that,
debris.
well, debris I think is more of the brand of air freshener.
I was thinking fabric conditioner.
Rach, why are all of your corny jokes so funny? It's just your delivery, I think. You're always so serious.
He's got that deadpan thing going, doesn't he?
Alright, is there any specific science I have to transmit from the mun? Duna. Minmus outpost. Science. Oh, I gotta put... That's that ridiculous orbit of the sun. We should do that tonight.
Time to break out the massive.
Maybe. Alright, transmit and recover science. Yeah, any science data. I don't know what science I have and haven't collected from the mun. It's the only problem about just doing this once a week. I forget things.
So do you have any contract mods in, or are these all stock contracts you've got?
All stock contracts.
Yeah, the new patch is going to make contracts a little bit more interesting.
Can't wait.
I'm very excited for that.
Just wondering, did you ever get your paycheck on that $1 million idea, Amy?
No, I'm still waiting for it.
How rude.
The timing is just so, non-suspicious too.
It's so
I come with a
conspicuous.
$1 million idea, and there it is.
Let's see, I'm just going to send up the magnetometer. This is going to be the super cheap science go-getter for contract fulfillment. Patent pending.
I like that. Super cheap science go-getter.
Very Kerbal.
Let's see, fuel tank. Let's do... Oh, right, I need an adapter first. I'm not sure I'm putting all these solar panels on there. Actually, that's overkill. It's costing me too much money.
Yeah, but this is going to be reusable.
It will be reusable, but why make it more expensive than I have to?
Obviously, somebody does prescribe to the Biff school of spacecraft design.
Big and fat and
Must
unnecessary.
use all the bits.
Do I not have the tiny adapters? I thought I did. Nope. 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 Yeah, there it is. Don't worry, guys, I found it. Alright, so what should we talk about tonight with Amy? Biff usually just comes on here and rambles.
Yeah, did we lock the door this time, by the way?
We didn't, but he's on his business trip, remember?
I didn't know he was on a business trip. I just know that he missed the
I think
podcast.
he's just avoiding me.
Oh, right. You know what? We know that because he sent us that email, Amy, and we read it on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, the podcast isn't out yet, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm completely not with it.
It's okay. You're on vacation.
I am on vacation. That is very true. It's a shame I miss out on Biff's ramblings, though.
That's why you need to go back and watch the old episodes.
Yeah. You're welcome to join us anytime, Amy, now that you've got the password. I do recognize that it starts at 1 a.m. for you, but if you ever just get the urge to pop on by.
Well, badgers are nocturnal anyway.
That's true. Except for this one, who's particularly sleepy.
Yeah, well, I'm not sleepy right now because I've had a nap, but missed my button. I'm not particularly sleepy now because I've had a nap, but if I am ever awake at this time, I promise to come and, hang out.
Yeah. This is not very streamlined. I don't know what I'm doing.
So what is this? What are you making?
Just a teeny tiny probe launcher to get to the mun, do some science stuff, get some money. Oh, I'm in utilities tab. There we go. I'm in a particularly good mood tonight. I mean, I'm not normally in a bad mood when we do this, but...
That reminds me, I should probably finish putting together the latest episode tomorrow morning.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Alright.
To be fair, both of you have already heard it.
User in your channel timed out.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Amy or did we lose Rage?
That would be Amy.
Oh, we lost Amy.
The badger fell asleep.
Or off the face of the earth.
No, that's pretty cool. Hey, he said I could rib him. Actually, he said he didn't care, but that's beside the point. He works IT. He's worse. He's used to worse.
Worse abuse. There we go. Shove another pot sticker in my mouth. Thankfully, the mic doesn't pick up when I eat.
If I really wanted to annoy him, I'd just delete System 32 and send him my computer. Or better yet, just send him my computer, see if he could track down that USB driver.
A USB driver error?
Yeah, I have a sound driver that's glitching out every so often.
I see.
I haven't really tracked it down yet because, well, I'm planning on upgrading to Windows 10 before too long.
Yep, same here. I keep meaning to do that, to upgrade my laptop and make sure I like it, but I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing the same thing. I'm planning on making my notebook the Space Monkey for Windows 10.
Those are kind of wobbly.
Yeah, I was going to say, your boosters are dancing there a little bit. Is that your version of spin stabilization? Just have your boosters wobble?
Yeah, it keeps it nice and orderly.
Nice and oscillating.
Well, that's good. It helps me keep dialed in on the prograde vector.
I'm not sure if I'd like to launch this without Kerbals. It's just not spaceflight without hearing some screaming.
Alright, where's my Apple apps? Almost over 70. I bought Simple Rockets over the weekend to play on my phone.
Oh, nice.
That is a pretty fun game.
User joined your channel.
Are you back,
is that
Amy?
back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's Sky. Blame Sky, their evil Sky, disconnecting me.
Well,
ISP?
Skynet was evil.
Yeah, Sky's the ISP, but they're one of those all-in-ones that do like TV and satellite TV and internet and all that. They give you their own routers that you have to use to connect to their internet. And for some reason, it's hard coded that around about 1 a.m. every day, it will shut off your internet so that it can go and get updates for itself, whether you like it or not. And you can't turn it off and you can't reschedule it. And it's really, really irritating when I do actually stay up all night.
That is stupid. I would
Yep.
murder my ISP if they did that.
But nothing I can do about it. So
Jared, can you murder mine, please? Maybe I can get a better one here.
Sure.
murder all the ISPs.
Yeah,
Burn
sure,
all
why
them,
not?
build a new one.
So if I go again, that'll be why, and I just need to reboot my router again. But I'm hoping it, whatever it wanted to do, it's done. So
Again, that's another British thing, router instead of router.
well, yeah, but you know,
Continuing our conversation from Saturday. Your Britishisms.
yeah, that was an interesting conversation. That reminds me, I should probably put together the latest episode in the morning before I go back to work.
I think you said that just as you disconnected.
Yeah. Yeah, and we both agreed it would be appreciated, even though you two have already heard it.
Yeah, but it's not the same hearing it versus recording it. Like, I like to listen to it afterwards.
Do you know I've never
Anyways.
listened to any that I've been in ever.
Why?
I always skip my segments.
I always
listen to
skip
those
my
enough.
segments. So when I actually co-host, then I skip almost the whole thing. I skip forward to your bit, I skip forward to the zipped bits, and then I, leave.
I'm honored that you skipped forward to mine. Even though
Well, I like your segments.
I'm assuming you're talking about the squad report and not audio letters.
No, I do usually listen to the audio letters too, because they're interesting.
Yeah, sorry there wasn't one last week or this week or however you want to put it.
No, it's fine. I still don't know how long
it was so annoying. I was set up to watch the Squadcast. Power goes off. I mean, literally
Ooh.
10 minutes before. It turns out that it was a planned outage that the power company didn't bother to tell anyone about.
Oh.
Let's just put it this way. They put out the notice after they pulled the power. And it was trick-or-treat night in my neighborhood.
Well, is trick-or-treat not Halloween everywhere?
My neighborhood always did it on the Friday before Halloween.
Oh, that's really strange. That's interesting.
That makes sense, actually. There's places around here that do that.
How interesting. Well, everyone's geared up for bonfire night now, so there's like fireworks going off 24 hours a day.
Bonfire night? What is that?
Guy Fawkes night?
Yeah, we also call it bonfire night. But like, everybody's doing fireworks because people buy
Jared,
loads.
just go
and...
watch Sherlock and you'll learn all about it.
Or V for Vendetta.
Well, Sherlock doesn't have the whole anarchy angle on it.
That's true.
I haven't seen V
There's
for
no
Vendetta
anime
in
angle
years. I've seen that movie before.
Yeah,
I mean, it's basically The Matrix with a mask on.
The Matrix, really?
Well, the fight scenes, I should say.
Oh well, yeah. The fight scenes are.
Uh-oh. I warped too close to my node. I believe. I might still be able to pull this off.
This is why I always use Warp 2.
Oh, I did use warp 2. I just got too close to my node. Oh, I'm gonna be fine. Because I'll just be turning. And then we will slam Z now. Now we'll go a little more slowly.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Do you know how when you're turning heavily and to the point where you can't slow down straight away, but you can instantly stop by like flashing warp for a second, then flashing it off again? Do you think that's a bug that Squad will fix one day, or do you think that's just something cool and intended that they left in?
I think that that's actually part of the game, because whenever you go to that level of warp, it takes you off of physics. Like, because the times 2, 3, and 4 are physics time warp. So you can do things like use
Because I
your engine
totally
and
abuse that.
I don't totally abuse it.
I do. When my ships are just too big to, when they're turning and I just want them to get in, facing in a direction, I'll just keep them turning, knowing that I can't slow them down really quickly. Keep them turning. Then as soon as they hit my target, like full stop button just to warp, and then straight away comma button to turn off warp in like a second, and there we go, instant stop. It's great. It defies laws
you
of
probably
physics.
think I'm crazy because I use persistent rotation.
What is persistent
that?
rotation?
It makes it so that doesn't work unless you have SAS. And also
Really?
it also adds a more well, I shouldn't say annoying, but fun feature. All asteroids have a little bit of a spin put on them when they're generated. It makes capturing asteroids fun.
What mod is this? I want this.
It's called persistent rotation. It's one of the ones I use in my difficulty suite.
Of course you
I
want,
like this. I'm
Amy,
gonna get this.
because you like things that
always
make the
looking for ways
game
to make it,
needlessly
yeah.
harder.
Oh yeah.
Well, it also has fun little things, like it has it so that the persistent rotation could go not like it's set up right now, where it follows just I'm trying to think of the way to put it, where it's basically set on a heading and you're going around the planet and you could watch your prograde and retrograde just oscillate around your craft. Instead, you could set it up so the persistent rotation actually follows a particular orbital body. So you could set it up where, let's say you built a sun observatory. You could set it so that the sun is always at a particular spot relative to your craft. It makes those non-movable solar panels a lot more viable if you set it up correctly.
Found it in CCAM, installing it now, just so I don't forget.
Oh, Amy,
Add it to your memory limits.
you and your
Even though it is
ridiculous mods.
Even though it is a very, very lightweight mod. Oh, and it also calculates the amount of artificial gravity that your Kerbals be experiencing. So if you have a Hermes, for example, with a spinning section, it'll tell you the approximate gravity that they would be feeling in that spinning section.
Ooh.
And it makes it so that that spinning section will continue to rotate during time warp. It's hilarious looking, but it works.
So does it rotate like ridiculously, stupidly fast?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but when you drop out of time warp, it back to the normal rotation speed.
Right. I might download that just for the lulz. Be like, haha, look at my stupid fast spinning thing.
Well, I love doing it on my comm networks, so I can have my satellite dishes pointed at Kerbin. Set up persistent rotation so it keeps the Kerbin in sight, even though it's not required, just because it looks better.
Am I gonna have to start calling you the prettiest princess now?
I'm more functional than pretty.
You can't call someone a functional princess, though. That sounds weird.
I could call you a functional princess.
Well, you could. It just sounds weird.
I can call you anything I want to, sweet cheeks.
And I can call you anything I want, naked fox.
That was a nice first attempt at this.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why I instantly go to things like foxes and badgers. I saw a fox the other day.
Maybe you
Very
just find Jared
fancy.
foxy.
Ooh.
Nah.
Alright. Now we gotta put a base on Minmus. So let's do that. Let's
I
use.
want 1.0.5 to come out so I can actually start a proper career again. Because I'm hesitant to get too far into my new 1.0.41 in case all my mods die.
Well, I'm kind of on hold for my modded game just because I know 1.1 is going to break everything.
Yeah, but 1.1.
Well, everything north
away.
of everything north of basically Park Pax, and that's about it.
Yeah, but 1.1 is surely going to be months away. So we're not going to see it this year.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my guess.
I don't think we'll see it this year either.
So I'm not
If we
holding
see it
out
this
for
year,
that.
it's going to be December.
Like December 31st. Hey guys, we got it in this year. I mean, technically, yes.
At 11:59 p.m. Mexico time.
Even then, I'd be surprised.
Alright. Oh, on this design, we need... There we go. That'll work. Got some batteries, got the solar panels. Now for the thermal control system.
Rage trolled me.
What?
Rage trolled me earlier. I mean, all excited, like really on the edge of my seat and like gasping for more, and then he just took it away.
Sorry.
You're
I'm
not
assuming this is
sorry.
a Star
Don't lie
Trek
to
thing.
her.
Yeah, like there's a new Star Trek series, and I was like freaking out, and I was like, oh my god! And then it was like probably new Trek, and I'm like, oh, why?
I mean, it makes sense
Well,
what
you
they
don't
did
like
with it.
blinding lights. You don't like blinding lights in your eyes from every conceivable angle.
I hate new Trek. I really, really don't like it.
I don't hate it. I don't particularly like it, but I don't hate it. But it makes sense. I mean, they retconned the entire series just so they could start over.
Yes, but I dislike it.
I think you would like how it should have ended for Star Trek. Did you ever see that video series?
I have seen that series, but
Which
not
one?
all of them. I don't think I've ever seen the
It's
Star Trek one.
It's called How It Should Have Ended. It's basically a comedy thing. They take different movies and TV shows and say, this is how it should have ended.
Oh, no, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. I'll have to link you the Star Trek one.
I'm
And
still
sometimes
hoping in some way that the Star Trek series is in the old universe, but I know it's 99% certainly not going to be.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of baggage with the old universe. No, I'm not saying that's bad. The writers probably would want the new universe just because it's a cleaner slate.
Yeah, but that's just, trying to... an easy get-out pose. They could set it like hundreds of years in the future, and then they'd have an almost clean slate because they just have to reference stuff in the past.
True, but and how would you show the tech progression? Because wasn't it Star Trek Enterprise they did one where it was 100 or 200 years from the previous series, and it didn't really gel. If I recall correctly, it's been years since I saw Enterprise.
See, I've got the unpopular opinion there because I actually liked Enterprise.
I also really liked Enterprise.
I liked aspects of the show, but there was other things. I loved the clone arc with Soon, where they basically had the early story for Khan. It was the 3-parter.
Yeah.
I really liked that set of episodes, and I don't really recall much else of Enterprise. I know I watched it, I don't really recall much of it.
I wish it had got full 7 seasons so you could properly see the expansion and the birth of the Federation and the wars.
I will say that the ending, where it was basically them on the holodeck, was just bullshit.
I actually kind
I
of liked
really
that
hated
ending.
that. I didn't like that. That's the only part of Enterprise I didn't like.
It went from massive loudness to silence. Because
Oh, that's not very nice.
Because the Thors died.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us.
No. like I had this huge, massive noise in my ears because the volume
That
was
was
louder in my.
Sorry, Rage, I had to.
Well played, Amy. But no, because my headphones are louder than like if you're listening to it on the stream. And then they died, and it was like right between where the music kicks in for when you're in space.
You know, putting wings on that doesn't really help in space, right?
Oh, but it increases my aerodynamics, man. I can get more lift.
I could almost hear Fritos twitching at that.
Right. Alright, hopefully the struts make this thing less floppy, because that was a problem we had before. Still a little floppy, but not as bad.
Little blue pills in the fuel tank.
Yes, I did.
What? Little blue pills in the fuel tank?
Do you not know what Viagra are, Amy?
Ah, right. I didn't know they were blue.
They are blue. My wife is laughing at you, Amy, just so you know. Or maybe she's laughing at me, I can't tell.
Well,
Yeah.
how would I know if they were blue? I've never had any.
You know, that's probably a good thing since you're a girl, Amy.
Exactly. So
They're not-
tell her to stop laughing.
They're not meant
Well,
for
they-
girls.
Well, actually, they are. They're a blood pressure medication. The effect we know about is actually a side effect.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Something I never knew.
The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that everywhere on TV. Everywhere it's referenced. Where on earth is that from? It's in The Simpsons, it's in Family
It's from
Guy.
an old 80s cartoon, G.I. Joe.
Or like the toy.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon series as well.
Right, okay.
The cartoons were made to sell the toys.
Yeah, and at the end of every
Gotcha.
single episode, there was a PSA, usually referencing something from the show.
And then it would be like, wash your hands or remember to share. And they'd be like, wow, who knew?
Yeah, and it finishes off, and knowing is half the battle.
Now you know.
Alright, sounds Captain Planet-esque.
It was actually somewhat more cheesy than Captain Planet on some levels, which is
Oh,
a
wow.
little bit hard to imagine, huh?
Oh, there's the heat.
Easier than He-Man?
I wouldn't say that.
He-Man and She-Ra.
But then again, He-Man was slightly before my time.
Okay, maybe that just makes me old. I'm going to stop talking about it then.
Something about this design promotes heat.
Yeah, it's called a bug.
Yeah, but what is it about this? Like, sometimes I can build craft that are almost identical with like only one or two parts different.
From what I could tell, just going through the dev notes, it's basically the way the game generates the heat and dissipates it. It's the particular way that the parts interact. It's weird.
Well, this is stupid.
That's the biggest bug I'm really, really looking forward to being fixed, because like you say, it's just sometimes it just makes no sense.
Yeah, from what I understood, it's basically the parts try to dump heat into their adjacent parts, but because the game does it out of order, it could jump to a part that's hotter than it should be, or makes parts hotter than it should be, which just creates a cascade effect, and well, then you blow up.
I'm not sure if the radiators have got it under control. Nope, there it comes. Time warp exacerbates the problem. I'm not worried though, since I turned on ignore maximum heat.
Yeah, if you drop out a time warp, does the radiators dissipate the heat quicker? Quick enough, well, I should say quick enough to be able to counteract it.
Well, look at that. Everything is just heating up. it should surely, in real life, that will not be heating up.
I don't think it would in real life.
Well, actually, heat is a bit of a bigger problem in real life than it is in Kerbal, but not to this degree. Not with those giant radiators.
Come on, Reg, you know everything. When's 1.0.5 coming out?
Oh, great caffeine rage, enlighten us.
Or do you want me to guess at it? I mean, I'm not
Yes.
the one in the experimental team. You want the other Jim for that.
Yeah, but you're all knowledgeable and all psychic and wonderful. And...
Yes, stroke the ego. Stroke the ego.
No, tell me when it's coming.
I'm really expecting it next week. That's my guess.
I was hoping they were going to release it while I was on holiday, but apparently not.
Well, they typically like to release the patches early in the week, so unless the
Yeah,
experimental teams make some massive progress over the weekend, then I expect them to use this week to basically finish things up. That's my guess, at least.
That'll be good.
Allow me to just tinker with this maneuver node for a little bit. Talk amongst yourselves. I could drop straight down on Minmus. Oh no, I can't. Those are still too far away.
This is one really inefficient transfer.
It is. You want to fight about it?
No, I don't want to
Boys,
fight
calm
about
down.
I probably should just try and correct from all the way back here.
it. Yeah, most likely.
I think all I need to do is just burn retrograde very slightly. Like not even 1 meter per second.
An interesting question has occurred to me that I really shouldn't ask, but I can't resist.
Okay.
Jared, how do you know they're blue?
What?
How do you know they're blue?
Viagra?
Yeah.
Because they're advertised as blue.
What, like on TV? Do you have like Viagra adverts?
Yes, we do.
Really?
It's not just Viagra adverts.
Cialis, Levitra. Those are the only two other ones that I know. There's probably more though.
Huh.
Well, I haven't watched TV in quite a while, but and some of them are really, really creepy.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen them on TV, but like I
Be
say,
glad.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
But then again, isn't a lot of television in the UK, and I'm probably being a little bit stereotypical, but isn't a lot of it funded by the government?
Oh no, it's not. None of it's funded by the government. Where'd you get that from?
I always thought the BBC was more government funded than American TV.
Oh, BBC, because you have to pay for a license for it, there's no adverts or commercials on it anyway. And the BBC have what, 4 channels out of about 400?
Well, I wasn't sure how pervasive the BBC was. That's literally the only thing you really hear about outside the UK
Right.
for UK TV.
Yeah, because the BBC's worldwide.
Yeah, no, BBC is like 4 channels, and out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So they've got a bigger rep than they've actually got TV channels. They are the only ad-free ones, though. But even on the other channels, I've never seen Viagra.
Well, you don't know what you're missing.
Little blue pills, apparently.
Yep,
I wonder
little
if
blue
it is the
pills.
raspberry.
Alright,
Oh,
where?
they advertise all sorts of pills and medications, and to counteract it, it's also a bunch of lawyers talking about suing for medical malpractice.
Oh, you don't get the medical malpractice here. It's all, have you been in an accident or injured at work? Contact us. They're like every other advert is saying, have you had an accident at work? You can't really sue doctors here, so.
Why not?
Well, I've never heard of anybody doing it ever. Oh, I
here,
think one person did it when they accidentally sewed them up with scissors inside them. That's the only time I've ever heard of anybody suing a doctor, which is understandable because they left scissors inside them.
Well, you need a source of iron.
I'm not joking. That actually happened.
No, I mean that's happened in America too. That's why malpractice insurance exists here.
I wonder why that
Yeah,
isn't a
and
thing
medical.
here.
Why am I not-
Medical costs are just so expensive here
Oh, you
because
gotta
of
be kidding.
malpractice insurance.
Maybe it's because
I'm
we don't
cheating.
pay for it.
Just a tiny bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I forgot to deploy
Wow,
my
look at
solar
all that
panels
heat. How is your thing not blown up?
because I'm
He's
using
cheating.
the debug command to ignore
Right.
heat. Because I put one of these on the MUN for a contract before, and so I knew to expect it. I was just hoping the radiators would be enough to deal with it.
What is it that's actually generating the heat, though?
No idea. We'll see if some of it goes away once I actually dump some of the parts. But my transfer stage lasted the whole way this time, so I've still got it. Or not my transfer stage, my orbiting stage. Where are you, retrograde? There you are. And punch it. Yep.
Do you use hyperedit and cheating in all your games? Just on the Kerbalcast streaming one?
It depends. The only reason I did it this time is because I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
I tend to get a little bit more happy with it on the stream, because if I make a mistake, normally I'll just go back and redo it. But, I mean, that's 20 minutes of airtime that we could use for something else.
Yeah.
So I hate to waste time. How much fuel is left in that stage? 9 meters per second. There we go. Unknown Spaceman said that he'd fall, or that Be Cool would fall asleep if I reverted.
So that's going to be the running gag now. Be Cool's narcoleptic.
Poor Be Cool.
You know, I thought nobody was talking in chat, and I had a look at it, and Twitch doesn't think I'm there, so I'm just refreshing the page. I'm watching the stream, but apparently I'm not there.
Actually, we should F5 for safety in case I screw up.
Well, that's one way to get to the equator.
Well, you know, whatever works. Where are you? Kerbal alarm clock.
So, which Kerbals are you putting on exile on this one?
No one, actually. I just sent a probe up here. Or a probe up.
Have you got draft Twitch viewers on installed?
Draft Twitch viewers? I don't even know what
You
that
don't-
is.
Oh, it's a mod which, if you're on Twitch, you click it at the top whenever you put in Kerbals into your craft, and it'll have a look at who's watching your stream at the moment, and it'll name the Kerbals after one of the people in it watching the stream.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is that it messes up the roles of the Kerbals, because it's the roles of the Kerbals are based on a hash from the Kerbal's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was working on a project and I found that to be the case rather quickly.
Yeah, whenever you edit
Yeah.
names in save files, it messes that up.
Oh, well, Jared, you're a brave man. It looks like you're landing on the dark side of the nun.
Yeah.
Or the Minmus.
That was an accident. We're gonna do something about that.
I know, the healthy glow of your spacecraft is going to light the way. It's going to be your Rudolph.
Not quite. Also, not the most efficient way to do this, but I don't really care because I've got fuel to burn. Literally.
No, Jared, aren't you worried about landing this thing? I mean, your craft is absolutely red hot, and isn't Moon supposed to be a icy moon? Aren't you just going to melt through the surface?
Maybe, but then I'll just land in nice, delicious ice cream.
Although all the heating markers have disappeared, so does that mean it's cooled down now?
Nope, it just means the craft is now too hot and the markers have disappeared.
The markers have gone over the top, and they're registered as 0 again.
So it would have exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have exploded before you left carbon orbit.
No, I was okay. Oh, yeah, you're right, before I left orbit. I was going to say, no, I was okay while I was making orbit.
Does deadly reentry exacerbate the problem, or does it, fix it?
It actually makes it better.
Yeah, but which copy of Deadly Reentry are you talking about that he's running? Because he has 2 of them going.
For some reason,
Yeah,
I have 2
wondering what
copies.
that was about.
For some reason, I have 2 copies of Deadly Reentry. Don't know
That's
why,
really good.
but this is the most stable build I've ever had, so I don't question it.
He's running the beta for Deadlier Reentry.
Deadliest Reentry. Kind of like Deadliest Catch, except with less crabs and more rocket explosions. Amy, do you know what Deadliest Catch is?
Not a clue. It sounds like something involving fish.
Crabs.
Oh, I was close.
Fish is pretty close. Fish are in the sea.
One of the reality shows that we have here.
About catching crabs.
Crab fishers, and they're in Alaska, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, there's a reality show for everything.
I'm pretty sure that there's a reality show about making reality shows out there somewhere.
It would not surprise me.
Oh, this is going to be a fun maneuver.
What on earth are you really?
But don't worry about
Probably
it.
should have done that before you entered the low orbit. It would have been cheaper there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but like I said, I don't really care. I've got
You really
another
are going
stage.
crazy on these maneuvers, aren't you?
See, this is one of the benefits of over-engineering all of your craft. Because I've still got my landing stage, which has its own separate fuel source. 52-second burn. I probably should start burning now. Plus, it just gives you guys something to talk about. You can, I don't know, make fun of me or complain or something about my playstyle.
I think
What
we're just going to
engine
tell
have you got?
Biff.
Yeah, where's Biff? We're gonna go telling you.
What did you ask me though, Amy?
What engine are you using then?
The LV90, or the 909, the Terrier.
Still loving SETI.
That's good.
Still confused as all heck about it, but still. All these parts, I don't know what to do with.
That's pretty good. I should reinstall it and give it another try. Because like I said
Well,
on Saturday, it's been months since I've used it.
yeah, well, like I said, I installed it from yours and Rage's recommendations, and I love it. It's just exposing me to loads of things I've never seen before.
I swear I didn't mean to do that.
Well, you did. I blame you, Rage.
Exposing
I'm
Amy
gonna
to
end
all
up
the
on
things.
I'm going to end up on so many lists.
It's a good job caffeine's so popular around the world.
Let's just jettison that stage. I don't need it anymore. There we go. Now those guys are ready. We're going to F5 one more time. for safety. You're right, Spaceman. I will have light now. And thank you for not complaining about this ridiculous maneuver.
I shall complain on his behalf.
Let's just put it this way: you're not a Rich Purnell.
All right. I don't know. 1.6K Delta V is... I'm going to be cutting it close.
Well, he has to be able to take off from the cruiser that he's about to create in the surface. Actually, that would be amusing if whenever you landed on the surface melted a little bit.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's my wish list, is surface deformation.
What's all those black bits?
Surface scatter.
Yeah, it's ground scatter. They're rocks.
I have never seen that when I've been to Minmess. Is that something that's off by default? Is that a mod?
No, it's a graphics option. It's not a mod.
Oh, I'm gonna have
Unfortunately,
find that.
they don't have collision meshes, because that would be fun, but they're also randomly generated.
Very fortunate that they don't have collision meshes. I would have
Oh, no, I
died
think it
many
would be
times.
hilarious. Looks like you may have a little bit of a graphics bug around that one closest to you that you're landing near.
Which one?
Isn't that
never
the
mind.
shadow?
I was gonna say, you're talking about my
I was
shadow?
seeing all the ground scatter and the shadow as you were panning around, and I was thinking that was another ground scatter. Never mind. Oh, I was just catching glimpses of it as he panned around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's totally my shadow.
Okay, never mind.
Just a nice and gentle landing. Three more weeks of fall.
If Rage notices the shadow.
Well, what can I say? I was seeing all the ground scatter, and then every so often I would see the shadow very briefly, and it looked like the ground scatter from a distance.
Should have put these in an action group so I didn't have to manually do this. Every time I touch down, unless I'm immediately going to take back off, I always turn my engines off. I've accidentally launched off many times.
Oh, what's hilarious is, have you ever watched Squadcast?
Once.
No.
Let's just put it this way: Max isn't exactly the greatest of KSP players. He's done some weird things, accidentally, of course.
Now see, look, my temperature, 136.7, 140.6. Not overheating. At all.
Like I said, you are so hot right now that it's actually went over the top and registering a low number.
Alright, I just saved. Let's turn that off.
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Wow, it didn't explode immediately. Alright, let's reload now that it's turned off and see what happens. Oh hey, looky there. So the two radiators solve the problem.
Or it was just an artifact from where it was overheating before.
Yeah. Well, isn't that fancy?
Now enter time warp and see if you start generating heat.
Yes. Oh, but now that we're in the dark, it's going down. So it generates some heat, but not much. I don't know. I don't care.
Well, that actually is realistic. That would generate heat while in the sunlight.
Yes. That is true. Alright, so eventually I will be ready to send a crew here to do some science. But that's another mission for another day.
And to fly the thing around, right? On those massive wings.
Absolutely. Generating all the lift from Minmus's atmosphere. Alright, let's do the science data from space around Duna. We'll go focus on the craft that's doing that mission.
Well, you don't want to go visit Eve?
Not right now.
Why not? Why would you ever not want to visit Eve?
Wait a second. Where's your maneuver? Oh, wait. I bet I'm waiting on a transfer. Kerbal alarm clock. 1 year, 290 days. Oh, it's gonna slow me down every time I come around Kerbin. Alright, to the Space Center. So, Rage, do you want to take bets on how successful this mission is going to be? Last time we went to Duna, we had a hilarious crash landing.
I still can't believe that worked.
Me either, but hey. Whatever works.
I guess we're going to have to fill Amy in on that one, right?
Yeah. All I picked up is you don't have the best track record.
Jared miscalculated in the amount of delta V he needed. Well, was it miscalculation or just in errors in flight?
No, it was flight errors. I actually had more delta V required than what the delta V map told us.
Anyway, we were heading towards Ike and had not nearly enough fuel, so decided to crash land it. Bounced a couple times, losing the service bays on the bottom of the probe, or the engine, the fuel tank, and one service bay. And then I said, "What is the crash tolerance on the solar particle collector from D-Magic?" And it turns out that they make them the same thing out of the Kerbal helmets.
What is D-Magic? I've heard about it.
It's well, get ready to download another mod.
It's a parts
It
mod
sounds like something.
that adds a whole load of new science parts. It's at least doubles your science parts. It might actually be more than doubles.
Really? So it makes it easier to generate science?
It does, but you can just turn the amount of science that you get down to counteract that issue, if it bothers you. It just gives you a lot more variety, which is nice.
How big of a hit is it on memory, though?
I'm not sure, to be honest, but I mean, it's one of my...
It is a part pack, but it's not nearly as big as some of the others.
I'll install it while we're talking about it.
You know, I started this, but I wonder how many contracts I'm going to void by time accelerating so much. Oh well.
All of them.
Everybody
Is
just...
it D-Magic Orbital Science?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it adds a lot of parts and also some situational parts, some situational science experiments.
You're talking about the asteroid scanner?
Well, not just the asteroid scanner, but for example, the magnetometer boom could only be used either landed or in space. You can't use it in atmospheric flight.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering what you meant by that.
And the solar particle collector can only be used
In space.
in space, or actually, I think in a non-atmospheric body.
I don't think I've ever tried it landed.
I think you could use it there. I may be wrong on that one.
3. 2 days. 1 day.
But it also has a compatibility with, and now I'm blanking on the mod name.
What does the mod you're trying to think of do?
The compartments.
The compartments?
Hang on,
Service base?
I'm breaking up the list.
The list. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, it just sounds very dramatic, doesn't it?
I don't know why I did that. I needed to be here.
Yeah, when he said the list, you just knew it was a capital L.
With the trademark after the T. Universal storage.
Excuse me.
It has a compatibility section with universal storage that allows a lot of the science experiments to be put in those wedges.
Gotcha.
And this is why I have a list of all my mods.
I'm just taking a look at universal storage now.
Never used universal storage.
No, right.
It's amazing if you use life support.
Don't use life support.
I'll give it an install, try it out.
So much for Amy's RAM limits.
Well, I know it's going to affect me, but, oh, you haven't heard, have you? Jared was talking about how I could possibly get Active Texture Manager to not annoy me on Saturday, so I might try that and hope that that gives me a bit more.
I never really noticed much of a difference with it.
Yeah, I have noticed a difference. It's just that it makes my toolbar blurry, and that really, really annoys me. The other option is to install it on Windows, because Windows gives you more RAM to play with than the Mac does.
Okay, should I just go down my difficulty suite while we're here?
Yeah, you go down there. I'm just going to make a note of all these things I want to download.
2-minute burn time. Dang.
Okay, it's Kerbal Construction Com.
Yeah, keep going.
Ferrum Aerospace.
Yeah,
Good mod.
Persistent Rotation.
Nope.
Got
don't
that
have
now.
Chaos Scriptable Autopilot System.
Would never use that one. No offense to the mod, but not my thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm using
totally
it because of the
but-
next entry, Remote Tech. It makes it so I can actually land on another body while still having the signal delay.
See, I've uninstalled Remote Tech, not because I don't want it. It's got such a huge processing demand.
Yeah, I want
haven't
remote
had-
tech.
I haven't had nearly the impact that Biff does. I mean, I've noticed that the map view is slower, but not nearly to the point of Biff. But then again, I probably have a more powerful CPU.
Yeah. I want
So
remote
what
tech,
else?
but I'm waiting till 1.1.
TAC life support.
Which life support are you using, TAC or USI?
TAC life support.
See, I used to use TAC. At the moment, I'm trying USI just because I like all Robodeeds mods.
I'm not sure if this one really counts as a difficulty mod, but the way I have it set up, it disables the stock or scanning, ScanSat.
Yeah, I've got ScanSat.
And then GFX.
GFX? What's GFX?
It makes it so during atmospheric flight, your Kerbals can red out, black out, and not only die from GFX, but have a G-lock, so that you lose control of the aircraft.
Ooh, I want this. Yes, I'm getting this.
And also,
Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. My wife is.
okay, we'll keep everyone busy.
All right.
And also, another feature of GFX is that different Kerbal jobs have different tolerances towards their gravity.
Really? Is that realistic?
Well, would it be more realistic that a pilot is able to withstand more G's than a scientist or a tourist?
You'd think that if they were going into space, though, they'd all be subjected to the same kind of training.
Well, it's also a bit of a... you have the ability to mod it as well, change the values.
Mm.
So if you don't want your scientist to black out before your pilot, you could do it that way.
Well, I'm installing GFX anyway, because that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, there's a video on the forum page for it that shows the red out and blackout. And you can actually hear the Kerbal doing the breathing exercises to try to prevent blacking out whenever they're getting close to a blackout or a red out.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Installing 3C can now.
Should I just read the rest of the list?
Yeah, why not? Because I've got a good idea that I'm going to just abandon all my RAM limiting.
Well, let's
rules.
skip some of the ones that are for a project I was working on. Let's see. Waypoint Manager, which I've brought up on the podcast a couple times.
Yeah, got.
Nav HUD as well.
Not got. What is that?
It makes it so that it gives you a heads-up display of your nav ball.
Oh, I think I've seen that. I on the streams that I've watched that had that, if it's what I think it is, I really didn't like it. Basically,
Well, I only use it part of the time. I don't. You could toggle it.
Right.
I use it during aircraft flight mostly, or docking. It's basically my replacement for a docking alignment mod as well.
Okay, so what else?
Let's see. Contract configure with a bunch of contract paths.
Yeah, same here.
Which are further into the list. Contract Windows Plus.
Yep.
Stage recovery, which which makes things a bit easier, I admit.
Yeah,
more realistic.
I've used it before, but I removed it.
Let's see. Real Shoot, Kerbal Alarm Clock, Kerbal Engineer, Precise Node, Transfer Window Planner, RCS Build Aid.
Not got that one.
Makes it so that you can balance your RCS a bit easier, and also figure out where phantom spins are coming from for aircraft.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a odd-shaped spacecraft. Or the active texture management.
Do you use the aggressive one or the basic one?
Aggressive, because I'm pushing the RAM limit.
Yeah. And does it make all your toolbars fuzzy like it does on mine?
No, it doesn't.
Because that's the thing that really bothers me. Is like
Maybe
it makes
something.
toolbar icons.
Or sorry, maybe it's just a Mac thing. I don't know. Let's see, portrait stats, which is becoming stock or stockish.
So what's portrait stats?
It puts an icon on the Kerbal portrait, showing the role that Kerbal is and the amount of experience they have. They're putting something like it in the base game where it's on mouse over. I'm not sure if it's going to be in 0.5 or if it's going to be in 1.1 though.
Right. Okay.
See, science alert. Menu stabilizer. That's a fun one.
What's menu stabilizer?
Okay, have you ever had a craft tumbling end over end and you try to hit something on the right click?
Yes.
You right click, and whenever your mouse is over the menu with menu stabilizer, that menu stays put.
Oh, that would be really, really good. Yes, that's definitely going on the list, just for utility.
Yeah, Kerbal joint reinforcement.
Yeah, I've got that.
And WASD editor camera. Basically, so that instead of the standard editor, you're able to fly around with the WASD keys.
Ah, okay.
Let's see. My list is rather extensive. We're just through the must-have quality of life section.
Oh yeah, you don't need to go through them all. I was just looking for highlights.
Let's see. What are some other ones on here that are highlights? Final Frontier's fun.
Yeah, I've got that one. I like that one.
There's a revamp on the old Haystack mod as well.
The haystack mod?
Yeah, where you're able to search your spacecraft.
Ah.
Be Cool's asking how many mods have you installed from this list already?
Let me have a look. Since you started giving me the list, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've installed 7 since Rage started talking. And this is me trying to be strict with myself.
Let's see. Capcom is another one that I love for a career play. It basically makes it so that you don't have to go into the administration, but the mission control building to be able to view and accept contracts.
Oh, that sounds like a nice quality of life one.
Yeah, and you don't even have to leave the spacecraft. You just view them wherever. Considering that there's a bit of a memory leak going between scenes, it's actually pretty much a requirement.
Is there a memory leak going between all scenes or just certain ones?
Yeah, from what I talked with on Jim, he said that there's about 100 meg leak going between a scene. So,
oh wow!
So if you revert, launch again, that's 200. No, actually, it's more than 200. It's every scene change. So going from the VAB to launch, that's 100. Then you go back to the VAB, that's another 100. Then you launch again, that's another 100.
Well, no wonder my KSP keeps crashing. Is that fixed in 105?
I have no idea if it's fixed or not.
I hope it is. That sounds like a huge thing.
Yeah, but with the removal of the RAM limits, it's going to be less, but it's something that they have to fix at some point.
Oh yeah, it's a really serious one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just oddities that KSP really needs to address. I still am in the mind that 1.1 is what the release version should have been.
Assuming they address all these other things.
Yeah.
Alright, I saved the day. I'm back.
We filled in for you.
Yeah, I've been obliterating Amy's RAM. Let's see, Clamps Be Gone is another one that is pretty much a must-have because of launch clamps doing funny things.
Funny things? What funny things have your launch clamps been doing?
Following me into orbit.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have never done that.
Yeah, Clamps Be Gone, basically, as soon as you launch, after a couple seconds, it will reclaim those launch clamps so they no longer chase me into orbit.
Yeah, you have strange problems, Rage.
Well, I have a bug right now that after hitting 400 meters, it suddenly acts like I'm slamming into the launch pad.
Sounds like you should go to the doctor and get that checked out since it's a bug.
What's it you do? Want to talk about it? Or?
No, an actual medical doctor.
Oh, and here I thought it was just an issue.
Do we use trajectories mod? No, I don't.
I do.
Of course you do, Rage.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Of course you do.
What is the trajectories mod?
It allows you to see, it calculates the flight path after an error break, or your projected landing site.
That sounds very, very, very useful. I'm going to go install that one as well.
Well, I skipped over that one. Let's see. The USC survivability pack is fun.
Not familiar with that one.
Well, they've recently updated it. It's one of River Dude's mods, so Amy probably already has it.
I've got all of Roverdude's ones.
It's a modular escape system, but it also has floaties and airbags.
Ooh. Floaties
Yeah,
and
so-
airbags.
Yeah, so
Which should be
a lo-
interesting with 105 with the buoyancy.
Indeed. And let's just put it this way: a lot of my MUN probes have airbags on them, and they just bounce around the surface.
I like it.
Alright, so that's no good.
What, you don't like my bouncing probes?
No, I'm talking about my maneuver nodes. It's time to play with maneuver nodes again. Is there a mod that just, like, sets up your maneuver node properly?
Precise node helps.
No, I just want it to be like, I want to have an encounter with Duna, and then it does that for me.
MechJeb.
Alright,
I'm
time
assuming
to...
I haven't played with MechJeb I played with MechJeb for the first month I had the game, so it's been a few years.
Playing the mech
I look
Jedi.
at it this way: if I'm gonna have an autopilot, I'm gonna program it myself.
I suppose that's fair enough.
Besides, a lot of what I used MechJeb for was just information, which is Kerbal Engineer.
True. Never
You
used
know,
mech Jeb.
I really should rename this section of the list to the Pretty Princess mods.
The Pretty Princess mods.
The free toss pretty princess mods.
Yeah, you know, things like engine lighting.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I see. I've just installed Active Texture Management Aggressive again and just crossing my fingers that the icons don't go blurry like now.
I still don't understand how it makes your icons go blurry. That just does
Well-
not compute with me.
Maybe you need to
Googling
update
it.
your prescription.
Well, the thing is, Googling it, on the KSP Reddit, first thing on Google is a solution to the problem that other people are having. So it's not just me. Someone had to put an override in code in the Active Texture Management folder. So I'm going to try it without, and then I'm going to try it with, and hopefully that'll fix it.
Yeah, since
So
I've
it's not just
utterly
me.
obliterated your RAM limit.
Yeah, I think all my rules have just been broken by having a 5-minute conversation with you, Rage.
Sorry.
Well done, Rage.
So should I
Well
I
done.
go through more of the list?
Yes,
keep going.
Why not?
Okay, let's see. Quick search.
What's that?
I'm guessing that lets you search quickly for parts.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, just totally guessed it. And there we go. There's my encounter.
Yeah, that's not a huge need for me. So anything that I don't absolutely need, I'm going to leave off just, to try and tone down the RAM where I can.
Whoops, I
Let's
swapped
see
craft.
what you absolutely need. Hang on, let me go to the other list.
This isn't what people in general absolutely need. This is what I absolutely need. So that's probably bigger than the normal list. There's
Well, I have
probably
a
plenty that
secondary
I
list
need
for
that I don't
for
know.
1.1 that is what's beyond my normal RAM limits.
Ah, interesting. I think remote tech's been pushed back to 1.1 for me.
Yeah, hopefully Remote Tech's going to be able to utilize what the stock game's using.
That would be good.
We are way off. We may have to make a second course correction. Nope. Closer.
It looks like my secondary list is mostly part packs. I forgot about that.
Oh, hey, look, Ike. That gives me an Ike encounter. Not what I'm
Hello,
interested in.
Ike.
Ike just wants to say hello and wants you to try to land on it again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see, I need to come around this way to be in the proper orbit. That's not too bad. 325 kilometers. At least to start with, anyways. I'll have to, of course, tinker with it. Alright, I'd like to not come in. Oh my.
You know, one thing I fear is just my loading time on 1.1 after I'm done modding. Just how long it's going to take me to fire up the game.
Yeah, but once you're in, you'll be happy.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like playing Kerbal in a few days, start loading up the game and go to bed. Wake up the next day and it's still loading.
All you need is mods.
Da, 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 da.
Alright, if I hit this maneuver node just so, then I might actually have a nice encounter. Coming in exactly the way I want it to. A little inclined, but not too bad. And then I can make one final adjustment to get an aero brake. The tiniest of aero brakes.
Actually, there's one difficulty mod that I don't use that I really want to, that you may be interested in, Amy, since you like pain.
Go on.
Have you ever heard of Dang It?
No.
I have.
It makes it so there's part failure.
Really?
Yeah.
You
The
sound so
reason I
excited
don't
by
use
that.
it. The reason why I don't use it is because it doesn't affect procedural parts. And
I see.
use
I use a fair bit of procedural parts.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't use it. It doesn't affect procedural parts or for aerions. Or control surfaces, I should say.
Is it completely random, or is there some?
It's completely random. Aki uses it, if you've ever watched his stream.
Aren't there parts, though, that are more susceptible to failure than others?
I think it's the cheaper parts. The low tier parts are more susceptible to failure than the higher tier.
Well, that's lame. I love using low tier parts. They're so cheap and efficient.
But you can also pack an engineer with a bunch of duct tape.
I could do that.
Yeah, if they ever fix the problem of it not affecting those two things, I'd probably use it.
Alright, minute and 47 seconds. Did we mean shoot safety indicator? What are you for? Which mod? Spaceman.
No, I don't use that one.
I've never
I've
even
seen
heard
it,
of that
though, I
one.
think. I'm pretty sure it's just it's an icon on the side that shows you when your shoots are safe. But like I said, I don't really use it.
I mean, basically, if you're under Mach 1, they're safe.
Yeah, parachutes are pretty tough in KSP, and plus I use real shoots, so I have the option of having more expensive but tougher shoots.
Ooh, I'd like that option.
That's real shoots. Once you unlock the ability to do action groups,
Yeah.
you can customize your shoots. It also adds a bunch more. I'm just breaking everyone's randomness today.
Well, I'll put it on my list for 1.1. Because, I mean, I'm not changing anything until then. Well, I guess for 1.0.5 when it breaks all my mods.
Yeah, all these I'm installing now. I'm gonna have to wait for. It's longer. I'm gonna have to wait to play 105. That's the point. I should probably turn it off automatic update, shouldn't I?
The thing with it is that Steam, even if you have it where automatic updates are turned off, the next time you try and launch the game, it'll update anyway.
Well, that's
Really?
stupid.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
don't need to open Steam to play it. I half the time I don't play it through Steam just because
Yeah,
I
my
don't like
modded
the
game.
Steam icon.
My modded game is actually not in the Steam folder at all.
Mine's in the Steam folder, but you know, I open it directly from the executable. I don't open Steam, so that'll probably fix it for me.
Yeah, just be careful not to open it through Steam, otherwise it'll update and break everything.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that.
Alright, F5.
You realize you're impacting, right? Unless you fixed it in the delay.
No, I didn't fix it in the delay. I'm gonna wait until I actually get there and see if it changes because of the floating point error, and then I'll correct once I'm in system. It'll be a cheap burn, and I've got a lot of fuel left. I've still got my third stage.
Yeah, it's really interesting that I'm gonna have to dig it up, but there was also a video of in the early alphas of KSP. One of the devs, and I'm blanking on who it was, actually talked a bit of behind the scenes of how KSP actually works on such a large scale.
Really?
Part of it is that the spaceship doesn't move. Instead, the universe is moving around it like in Futurama.
That's
Ooh.
interesting. Like at all times or just during certain times?
At all times. The ship is not moving more than 100 or so meters.
Oh my god, I've just found the best thing ever. Someone has figured how to make KSP run 64-bit on Mac right now.
Uh-oh.
And they've done a YouTube video. Basically, it uses the Linux, something to do with Linux things. I just found the video, and all the comments are saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to play with this, and by the morning, I'm hoping to have 64-bit KSP. That will be awesome.
Okay, so Amy, should I get the full list now?
Also, Amy,
Should
should
I
we
just
all just
invite
forget the
all the hate?
podcast this week?
Pardon?
Should we just forget the podcast this week?
Why?
Because you're going to spend all night working on getting 64-bit KSP,
yeah.
and then you're going to play
That's
it.
true. Well, the YouTube video is 4 minutes 30 seconds long.
The next podcast will come out before this one.
Oh wow! I cannot believe this is a thing. It's a shame we've already recorded the podcast, or I'd put this in. Although I should probably try it, and I'll write in next week.
You could record an audio letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
if
heard
it
you
works.
guys were a bit lax on audio letters this time around. Or lacking, I should say.
I put a link in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, we only had Relic for an audio letter.
Yeah, there was only one, wasn't there?
Yep.
There wasn't that many text letters either.
No, there were a few.
Well, there are not as many as like the last few times we've done it. They've been we've been overwhelmed with them.
Yeah, but we made up for it.
Well,
We
Yeah,
talk a
that's true.
lot.
like I told Jared, I'm not sure if I told you, but basically, I had a choice between doing an audio letter or the squad report, so I did the weekly segment instead.
Yeah, good call. Squad report's something really, really good.
Yeah, that was your power problem, right?
Yeah, I was writing that on my notebook in the dark. I was writing the script for that.
All right. So Duna's atmosphere is only 50 kilometers, right?
You can check on the map view.
True. Except the chat's in the way. Oh, but I can see that. Yeah, 50,000
As
meters.
always.
All right. I think 42 kilometers should be high enough that my probe doesn't burn up.
Yeah, are you gonna retract your solar panel so you don't have re-entry confetti?
Oh, I can't retract them. They're the ones that don't retract.
Whoops.
Shoot. All right, let's F5 for this maneuver. We'll see what happens.
And that's why I'm here, to remind you of those things.
And then if it explodes, we'll not make the maneuver and we'll make a new maneuver instead. I have so much fuel left over. This has to be one of my most efficient transfers ever, if I'm honest. I'm getting better at that sort of thing, though. I can't close the radiators, although they might save a couple of the solar panels. Whoa, easy there on the rotation,
Well, I don't
buddy.
think it's going to be re-entry heat. I think it's just going to be possibly just the force of the air.
Yeah,
Even
I know.
though Duna's atmosphere is very thin.
I'm hoping I don't go low enough to generate that much. I'm not coming in super fast. Although my speed will increase as I get closer, I suppose. All right, here we go. Suppose we're not in the atmosphere yet. Yeah, we are. All right.
All right, time to wait to see if there's re-entry confetti.
Yeah, bets on whether or not there is. Anybody? Any takers?
I'm gonna say no, but I'm hoping for yes.
Well, that's an honest answer at least. I wonder how much this will slow me down.
It's nearly bonfire night. We're gonna have some fireworks.
Spaceman says
Looks like
definitely
China's
confetti.
Yeah, and Be Cool said no.
Alright, we're already almost out of the atmosphere, so I gotta burn. And there was no
looks like
confetti.
A little disappointing.
You were wrong, Spaceman. No confetti.
Or you're not going to go past Ike, swing around, and come back since you have so much Delta V left?
I could. I've got an encounter with Ike. I'm not going to, though.
No, wait. Land on Ike on your head, come blast off, and come back and orbit Duna.
Well, that would just be showing off.
Showing off the power of the solar collector.
Where's my transmitter?
Don't ask me. You're the one that built this thing.
I don't remember where it is. Well, we've almost gotten turned around.
You did put one, right?
I did put one, yeah. I already transmitted the science and got the contract. I mean, that's not all the science, it's just the first thing, but... Alright, we're gonna get inside Ike's orbit, but I'm gonna leave this extremely... Well, that's fun. I'm going to leave this at a very odd orbit, or very oval-shaped orbit, just so I can get high science and low science. I wonder if probes can get high. Definitely need to get him some weed. Or some Crispies.
The good old Crispies.
I still have managed to keep my
just-
mouth shut about that episode too, Amy. I haven't told-
Yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting that episode's not out yet.
I just hope they're not Jebediah brand because they tasted a bit like mulch.
Alright, how much Delta V is left in this stage? 500 meters per second at Delta V. And then I've got my entire third stage, which was supposed to be my orbiting stage. But my transfer stage did all of the work for me. Goodbye, transfer stage. Oh, I don't know, 500 meters per second at Delta V, that's a lot to just throw away. This probe could get another use. I'll keep it. There's no reason to get rid of it.
I'm so happy. I get to play 64-bit KSP.
Did you already make the modifications?
No, I'm downloading Unity now. So once that's downloaded, I'll be able to.
And then you're going to request my list to be able to just load up, right?
The actual tutorial is on the official, well, not I say official, the actual Kerbal Space Programs subreddit. So it's, and there's tons and tons of people saying works wonderful, and there's not a single person saying it doesn't work. So I'm pretty happy about it. Then I can just look at all you Windows people and go, haha.
I'm very happy for you.
Me.
Nah, I don't hate you. I could run the 64-bit Windows version, but I
could always dual boot Linux if I really wanted to.
Yeah, if it does work, I'll probably put it in a letter next week or something. I'm gonna play around with it.
Be Cool asked the question that we asked earlier.
Most
So will
likely
we get
not.
Kerbalcast before the next one is recorded?
No promises. Be cool. No promises.
Amy, you're not going to get the list until the next episode is out.
Fine. Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow.
Well done, Rage. Do you have kids? I know the answer to that
No.
question, but that's
Hey,
a very good
you saying
parenting.
I'm a kid?
That's a very good parenting right there. Withholding something until they do what you want.
Yeah, basically all you have to do is replace the version of Unity KSP is using with 4.6.4, and that looks like it.
So any more science equipment? I've got my camera at a weird angle. Oh, I guess I could collect solar particles. Oh, I already got high overdue now. Yay, so all this worked out. No explosions, no bugs, no crazy stories to write home about. Just good, solid science collection. All in a day's work.
Science.
Also, I'm on the verge of turning the music down again. So basically there's no more science to be had from that. Not without returning it anyways. So let's toggle the collectors. Save those for another day. Hey, Relic.
Hi, Relic.
So much science. So much delicious, delicious science. Wait. No, I want the thermometer. I know I'm at a weird angle, but please just give me the thermometer. Yeah. This is gonna be worth several hundred science. I am doing pretty good, Relic. Just, collecting science, making that money.
Well, I was obliterating Amy's RAM limit.
And then I figured out how to break the RAM limit, so I'm just making you guys hate me.
I don't hate you.
You
It's
have
okay.
to,
I
you're a shrink.
have a bunch of Windows-only games that I can play.
I have Windows. I boot camp it, so I have Windows games I can play.
Yeah, but you have to boot camp it. Rage just has it.
Yeah.
As do
Well,
I.
we can't all be perfect Mac users, so.
Oh, sorry. I like building my own system.
I don't know. I've never used Science Alert. Rage, does Science Alert work with
Yes, it
D-Magic?
does.
What is Science Alert?
It's a button that. It's another mod. It's a button that pops up that says you got signs that you can gather from this biome
I think I've heard
flight situation.
this.
And you can actually set it up so it will drop time warp.
Unable to deploy. What can't deploy?
Oh, that means maybe I can finally install Eve and, those atmospheric yummies.
What are you trying to take Free Toss's title of Prettiest Princess?
Well, no, but I always wanted to play with even Astronomer's Pack, but I couldn't handle the RAM usage. So now I'm thinking, ooh. Have either of you guys played? Has anyone played Eve with Eve and Astronomer's Pack before? Is it really intensive? Is it good?
Never really got into Eve. I tried a 1 week trial and it just wasn't my game.
No, the KC mod.
Oh.
The enhanced environment visuals.
And I was making a joke.
Oh, right. Okay. It's nearly 3 a.m. I'm allowed to not get jokes.
No, you are not allowed because you took a nap.
And you said I'm not allowed, and the double negative means that I am, so thank you, Shrink. You're very nice.
Ah, crap.
Turns out
I got one over on the Shrink.
Turns out Amy Badgers do care.
I just do care.
All right. That is it. Let's go back to the Space Center and see how much delicious science we've collected. About 500. Not too shabby. Alright, time to move the chat window out of the way because it's blocking the science data. Fuel systems, good. Flight, good. more flight. Control, good. Ooh, science tech unlocks the ore scanner.
Is this the stock tech tree?
Yeah, this is stock tech tree. Unmanned tech, the bigger probe, the cube, more science equipment. Ooh, big solar panels. Gotta have dim big solar panels. So let's get that. And then I'm thinking science tech, just because I want the scanner. Oh, I should go check on contracts. What time is it? Never mind. 9:45.
2:45.
Yeah, 9:45. And time to move the chat box again because now it's blocking the contracts.
You need a second monitor.
I need a bigger desk first.
Do you only have one monitor?
I do. My desk is too small.
I don't know when it became the standard, but I've realised now that I think about it, every time I go to people's houses these days, everyone has 2 monitors, and I'm not quite sure when that became the standard, or whether it's just the people I know are just geeky.
Well, I want to pick up a second one before too long.
There's no contracts. I really want.
My second monitor kind of died on me.
Wah, wah.
I only have one at home. I need a second one. I'm probably going to pick one up on Black Friday. At work, I use 3. So I can see the benefits.
Well, right now my second monitor is my notebook sitting on my desk.
Currently, my main computer is my laptop. I just hook up like external displays to it to use for monitors. Although I'm probably going to get one of the new iMacs at some point.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I said at some point, my Christmas present to myself.
Oh, well, aren't you fancy? At some point, you'll be fancy.
There's nothing fancy about getting an iMac. My last desktop was an iMac.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing fancy about Macs. There's a more expensive PC.
Everything has its place. PCs are better at some things, Macs are better at some things.
I don't hate Macs. I just don't really like them. Like,
what? Isn't that essentially saying the same thing?
no, I don't care about them.
Oh right, okay. Just a passive dislike.
Yeah, I just don't care. I mostly don't like the interface for them, the desktop interface. But that's probably mostly because all I've ever used is Windows. Like, that's what I learned on, was a Windows PC.
I never used a Mac until I was in uni. And even then, my main computer was Windows until I graduated.
Spaceman likes Mac for work and PC for games.
Well, to be fair, there are Mac games nowadays. It used to be the running gag was that there was absolutely no Mac games.
Yeah, but a lot of the games in Mac are just side wraps of the Windows version, and they generally tend to slow down. So unless it's done natively, which hardly any are, it's 99% of the time faster just to boot camp into Windows and play the Windows version. You usually get much better performance that way. Which is what I do.
And you're so fancy for it.
I try. I mean, I'm not the prettiest princess, but I try.
Which is odd because you're the only girl that we know for sure listens to the podcast. Yet you're not the prettiest princess.
Sure that at least 2 others do. My best friend does, and she's a girl. And she's an engineer.
Good for her. I don't have anything bad to say about that. Because I don't know your friend.
Yet.
Yet, yes.
Oh, I've just thought of another one of my friends I know that listens. So it's at least three girls listen to Kerbalcast that I know of.
She sounds like my YouTube
So, you know,
analytics.
there's a few.
97% male.
I've only got 95% male.
Shall I log on to both your YouTubes just to, bump your numbers up a bit?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
my.
I would appreciate a good bump.
I'm sure you would. You know what color the blue pills are.
Absolutely.
Of course he does, because they're blue pills. It's not like the blue pills are red.
That would be ridiculous. I mean, you
I was
really
about to
want
make a blue pill, red pill joke.
Whoa.
Whoa. Should I use Thor's just because? I mean, that's way overkill, but should I do it just for funsies? I think we should do it for funsies. We're using Thor's.
I like this booster. Bring me another.
Well played, sir. Well played. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost 5,000 Delta V from the SRBs alone.
Wow.
I don't even need the rest of the rocket. Although it looks kind of silly. Alright, structural. We definitely need some struts on this.
It always fascinates me when you think about the physics of it all, How you need so much just to break the atmosphere, and then afterwards you need so little. Relatively.
What's the
Or
saying?
just getting out the gravity well in general.
How about this, Relic? I'll just tell Amy to go look at the chat, and then she can read your message. Amy, go look at the chat and read Relic's message.
I'm looking at the chat and I'm reading Relic's message. Oh. Mac works.
Yeah, but see, the problem, Relic, is that you're have to watch out for that shadow on Mount Doom.
I'm not freezing. We have central heating. Although that said, I'm a little bit cold because my thermostat's gone, and my extent of fixing things is change the batteries, which didn't work. So until that gets fixed, I don't have central heating. So just by pure luck, I am a little bit cold in England today.
Wah, I'm cold.
I'm not that cold. I've got a dressing gown on.
Oh my.
It's flipping 3 a.m. I'm in my pajamas.
I'm in my pajamas and it's not 3 a.m.
Well, you're usually naked, so that's a step up for you.
Or step down, depending on how you look at it.
Amy, I'm posting something in chat. It's inspired by a KXCD comic, the Gravity Wells in KSP.
Okay. The Relic is the Oracle. Relic knows all.
Yes, power. Look at all that power. Unnecessary power. If I was a slightly better pilot, I could make the entire orbit on the SRBs.
Oh, this is interesting, Rage.
Yeah, this is inspired by, like I said, a comic that was based on our real solar system.
Oh, I like this. I'm going to download this.
I mean, it's not a great gravity delta V chart, but it gives you an idea of, just how much delta V is required to go from place to place.
Uh-oh.
No, it's really interesting,
Uh-oh.
though.
Whoops. That was my
Oh
fault.
boy, this is gonna be
Whoops.
fun.
That was my
Now
fault.
we wait for the delay. Oh, there's the 360 no space.
What am I missing here?
I'm
Is
already-
there a delay? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, your delay is longer than mine.
Oh, how beautiful.
Relic, I'm already using thrust limiters. I just nosed over too far and lost it.
I like that. He says Arthur used thrust limiters. Not all I thought was like King Arthur. I just all of a sudden.
Nope, King
I'm
Arthur's my
thinking of
kid,
you
not
with a
me.
crown. Yeah, I know. Biff was saying that's awesome.
I've got so much Delta V, let's just go mostly straight up.
Are going to be picked on a lot or be awesome in school.
Yeah.
Can
That's
I
why.
be Merlin?
Do what?
I'm gonna be Merlin.
No, you can't be Merlin. Merlin was a man.
Well, I just mean figuratively, not exactly. I take artistic license.
I would say you could be Guinevere, but then you'd have to marry my kid.
No.
And
No,
he's
no.
20-something years younger than you, depending on exactly how old you are.
Yeah, no. My
And that
sister
puts a new
is almost
term
20
on-
years younger than me.
That puts a new twist on robbing the cradle. Sheesh.
Uh-oh. We turned all the way over
Oh,
again.
You guys stop. You're grossing me out.
Bad things are happening. Bad things are happening.
Don't worry. Jared's going to keep us entertained and get our minds off that.
Many bad things are
I'm
still
just waiting
happening.
for the lag to catch up. I'm pretty sure I'm looking. Oh, yeah.
Jared, you know
Yeah.
that's not towards space, right? You're not going to space today.
Now we're going to space. We saved it.
It's the wrong way.
Now we're good. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's dump the SRBs and actually fix this. 335.
And there's the Go Upper 5 that I've referenced a few times.
Just dump the fairing. I don't need it. And let's deploy the solar panels so that I don't run out of power.
Yeah, be cool. You know, Zips Tips has solved all his problems.
I don't remember what Zip's tip was Saturday. I already forgot it.
I guess you're just
Wasn't it
gonna
about drinking? Something about drinking?
Oh yes, I remember what it was because it made me laugh and we had a bit of a joke about it afterwards. But we don't want to ruin it for people, do we?
It's up to you since you remember it.
Well, no, I don't think we should. People should wait for the episode.
Okay, we won't
You
spoil it then.
tell me about what was special about
go
the
work
main
on it,
episode.
Amy.
so-
Goodbye.
What?
No, don't get rid of her. She's our super special guest this week.
I want to stay.
You can stay. Don't listen to
Besides,
him.
if I go, I'm just gonna go play with my 64-bit KSP and laugh at you secretly.
It's not very secret since you told us.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm still not convinced it's going to work, but apparently it does. So I'm just installing like a bunch of mods right now that I know I can't run. In preparation.
Alright, I'm actually going to use a maneuver node so that I can correct my polarness of my orbit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be better than it is now.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one you've got there. You see, I always try as much as I can to avoid altering the planes of my orbits. You seem to do it quite a lot.
I don't think he had much of a choice on this one.
No, this one really got
Yeah.
screwed up, but I don't really care about the plane of my orbit. Like, I just...
Don't you waste a lot of fuel doing that, though?
It depends on what kind of maneuver I'm doing. Again, that's another reason that I over-engineer all of my craft to have lots of extra Delta V. So I can
Right.
do all of these maneuvers that aren't efficient when it comes to fuel, but they are efficient when it comes to time.
Yeah.
Alright, that's close enough. It's a good book, Relic.
Oh, it's very good, Relic.
Read it, and then you'll be all caught up on all of our massive Martian discussions.
Yeah, it's nearly time for us to have some sort of new thing to gush about, isn't it?
Yep. What's the next kind of space science movie coming out? Is there anything that's been announced?
I don't
Not
know,
sure.
it doesn't have to be a movie, though, does it? Because we started going on about The Martian before we knew it was going to be made into a film.
After playing KSP for a while, I'm tempted to go back and watch Planet Test again. See if I can pick out a bunch of problems with it.
Planet Test?
It's an anime.
Ah. Not heard of that one.
If I recall correctly, it was pretty good on the science front of the sci-fi. But then again, I watched it before I played KSP, so your knowledge on orbital mechanics and things like that really change after a couple of years of KSP.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, careful on that. Almost hit your solar panel.
I did hit my solar panel, but it just clipped through it. Oh,
That'd have been
yeah.
hilarious if it knocked your solar panel off.
That would have, but I've got 3 others, so it would have been okay.
Well, the thing is that ships actually will clip through themselves. I found that out the hard way.
Sci-fi writers should be required to put in 100 hours of KSP. Yeah, that'd be interesting. If they did.
It would be.
I think Hollywood writers should put 1,000 hours into KSP.
I can't remember if the soil moisture collector collects from space low and high or just low. So let's head on over to high orbit.
Guys, do either of you two use C-Count, or does anyone else use C-Count?
I
I
don't
wanna know
use
if there's a
C-Cam.
way- I want to know if there's a way that I can get out my C-Cam list of installed ones so that I can do a fresh install of KSP with 64-bit. and like completely fresh, and then get all my CCAM mods back in without having to go through and type them all manually?
I install all my mods manually. I never got CCAN to behave properly when I have 2 installs of KSP running.
Right. Manual typing it is then.
Alright, that sounds specific to biomes even. Alright, let's toggle the array.
Relic, you may want to be a little bit hesitant to join the clan.
What clan? Oh, CCAN.
The clan does not work.
You know, I know what you were saying, Rage. I get the joke. But my first thought was, why would he hesitate about joining our clan on Warframe?
Wait, does clan mean something else that I'm thinking of?
What are you thinking of?
That film. What was it called? Was it Children of the... No.
There is a film
Village
called
of the
Children of the
Damned?
Corn.
Village of the Damned. No, I think it was Village of the Damned. Wasn't that the clan?
No, we're talking about the
All
Ku
those
Klux Klan.
creepy kids with blonde hair. You're talking about the what?
The Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, right.
That's
Yes,
the joke
okay,
that Rage just made.
I didn't know that they were called the clan. I didn't know that was a nickname.
Alright. I'm gonna double up on this one. I'm gonna send this probe to the Mun as well.
Because I'm pondering what you're pondering. Because you're asking who's pondering what you're pondering.
Yes, but where are we going to find leader hosen our size this time of night?
Okay, I'm thinking this is another one that's just gone straight over my head.
Well, I was making up something random trying to be Pinky in that situation.
You mean you're not wearing lederhosen?
No, I'm not wearing the leather pants. Sorry to disappoint.
Oh,
Rage, I told
Now
you
they're
always
big
have
as
to
a
wear
whale.
those.
I know, right? You're naked and Rages in lederhosen. I mean, what are you... You're ruining my mental images of you guys.
It's funny you say that because Jared was talking about his mental image of me earlier.
Yeah, so I've got
Really?
2 images of what Rage looks like in my head. I've never seen him in person, but here's what I think he looks like. Either he's like this really tiny, skinny man with just this deep voice, and like God was just making fun of him when he made him that way. Or he's a really big man, not like a fat man, but like a tall man, you know, muscular and all that jazz, with that deep voice. And also, both versions of him have a really manly beard.
See, my image of Rage is like a cross between a hipster and a stereotypical old-fashioned Italian lover.
I'm not sure if I want to know.
Oh my
Perhaps
gosh.
the beret as well.
That's amazing. That is the best description I've ever heard of anybody or anything ever.
So yeah, that's my mental image of Rage. See, I don't really have one from you because I've actually seen you now, but yeah, that's mine for Rage.
Spaceman agrees that you're an Italian lover, Rage. I don't know if
Cross
you're looking
to
at
the
chat or
hipster.
not. So, Amy, did I meet your mental image when you saw me?
You have a great beard.
I do have a great beard. It's probably my favorite feature about myself.
It was a weird place for you to pop up, though.
Yeah, randomly on Google+.
Yeah, I was like, do you know this person? Apparently. I recognize the beard.
Yeah, social media is a little scary when you think about it.
It is, isn't it? Have I popped up on any of your guys' yet?
No?
I wonder why you popped up on mine then.
I actually went looking for you after you told me you found me.
Yes, he
Uh-oh.
was wearing clothes, Relic. Well, you can look at me. You just popped up on the side of mine. But I just assumed I would pop up on the side of yours.
Nope. Do you have a picture of yourself on your Google Plus?
No, I don't use Google Plus. I only
Okay.
used it so my friends could see where I was when I was going to her house, because she uses Google Plus.
Well, then I might have found you and just didn't realize it, because I looked up many Amy Kettlewells and only one of them had a picture, and I was like,
There can't be many Amy Kettlewells.
Yeah, there were 8, I believe.
There's 8 of me?
Just start searching the middle names.
He has to find out my middle name first. Which
Amy, what is your middle name?
I hate it. I'm telling you.
I'm convinced it's I hate it.
I hate it.
It's
I'm not telling you.
It was once a Queen of England, and that's as much as I'm going to say.
It was once a Queen of England. Well, there's been a few
Okay,
of those.
time to bring up the list.
Ray, you're too obsessed.
Let's see, Wikipedia, list of English monarchs.
Behave, probe. Alright. Now, let's warp ahead to the maneuver. Now.
Yes, Relic, fish and chips. Though I prefer sausage and chips, I don't really like battered fish that much.
That is very sad, and you disappoint me as a British person.
I like fish, just not battered.
Victoria. I think my guess is going to be Elizabeth. Mostly because I really like that name.
Really? Was there only 3 queens? There was Mary.
I don't know. It's your country.
Wasn't Boadicea a queen?
Well, I'm looking at the list of British monarchs right now. Let's see, there's Anne. Unless you have a male name. And just saying it's a queen.
It's a female name. I wouldn't have said queen then, though, would I?
Well, you could have been throwing us off.
Yes, no, it's definitely a queen. Doesn't Mary, Queen of Scots, count as well?
Well, this is just the monarchs from 1707. There may have been a government change that breaking up this list, though.
What does the Oracle say? The Oracle probably knows.
That's her name.
Relic is the Oracle, and Relic says Victoria.
Meanwhile, in the Caffeine Rage establishment. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
What am I missing?
Whatever it is, I think Rage is missing it too, and it's happening to him.
Yeah, in your
I'm scared.
establishment. Do you need an adult Rage?
I am an adult and I'm scared. Maybe I should just start randomly quoting Monty Python until it goes away. Help, help, I'm
your
being
mother was a
repressed.
hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Well, since I have a beret, does that mean I get to hurl French insults?
No, because you're an Italian lover.
Italian lovers can have berets and be French.
Yeah, but Italian. No. His mental image of him isn't French.
He could have a dual
He's just
citizenship. All right,
Yes, but he's
Amy.
in my mind.
Amy, you are a member of the European continent. All right.
For now.
Can you explain this to me? What is the difference between French people and Italian people, other than the type of food they cook and the language they speak?
And the culture.
What is so different
And how
about their
sticky
culture?
cheese is.
What's the difference? Well, that I included that with the food.
And their stereotypes, which being completely different.
But they seem like two similar cultures. Like, they're so similar from the outside.
In what way?
I mean, basically, they have the same general stereotype, all right? They're European. They speak Romance languages. They cook really extravagant food that is fairly similar, but does have some differing points. They're both really crappy in wars.
Yeah, but the French are French and Italians are Italian.
That doesn't mean anything to me. You have to be more specific than that. Like, what does that mean?
That's a very interesting question. What does that mean? French are more. I don't mean this in an insulting way. Generally, culturally stuck up.
Okay. I understand that phrase.
And linguistically too.
But how can you be linguistically stuck up?
A lot of languages borrow from other languages. French, as a language, takes English words and other words, and instead of incorporating them, completely invents a new word for it in French. Does that make sense? Did I explain that correctly?
Yes. I didn't have SAS on. Sorry. I had to concentrate because I realized I didn't have SAS on and I had to fix my maneuver. Hidden Relic says they prefer to surrender. Yeah, but you're kind of a racist, Relic.
What?
You and your hate of Australia.
Why does Relic hate Australia?
Because he's from New Zealand.
I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. I used to work
just
in New
call him a
Zealand during
Kiwi and
Japan.
get it over with, Jared.
A Kiwi?
Yeah, but they have the All Blacks. And, the scary rugby players and go, hamana, hamana, babadabadaba, or whatever it is.
Okay, I think I figured out where the list is split. While you've been preoccupied, I've been trying to figure out why this list is split of monarchs. Yes, I'm still on the English monarchs.
He's a xenophobe and not a racist.
You're
suppose that's true,
really
Spaceman.
committed to this cause, aren't you, Rach? How
No,
many
I was more-
female monarchs have you actually found, anyway?
No, I was wondering why the list was split. They split the list on the unification of the United Kingdom.
Ah.
And there haven't been many more female monarchs.
That's it, the hacker. I knew, it was on the tip of my tongue, but I couldn't remember it. Thanks, Relic.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
well,
you...
the Queen is my middle name's been mentioned in this, in here anyway, so, it's out there.
You can tell us in private after this is over.
Okay. So
And-
the Oracle already knows. The Oracle got it right, because the Oracle knows all.
Oh shoot, I'm burning prograde. I need to burn retrograde. That's what I get for talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing.
If it's a Maori war dance, why do they do it in rugby? I'm just really curious.
Because rugby's dumb.
Rugby is dumb. I don't like rugby at all, but I do love that dance that they do.
Alright, does this count as a polar orbit? Yes, it does. Alright, I'm almost out of fuel. I have 62 meters per second of delta V left.
Yes, Relic, the Oracle knows all.
Aw, yeah, 20 science. Making that science. Let's see, what's the low orbit for the Mun? 50K?
That's really interesting. Is it a cultural thing that's transferred over to that sport? I mean, does it happen in other sports like football or whatever other sports New Zealand play?
When you say football, do you mean soccer football or American football?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I mean proper football, not American football.
I will say I prefer to call what we call soccer football instead.
Me too.
I like to call it its
considering we
proper
invented
term.
it.
Did the British invent football?
Yeah. We have the oldest football club in the world in my hometown.
Learn something new every day.
There you go.
Alright, can we get this down to low? Oh yeah, look at that.
So American football is quite popular here at the moment. Someone tried to explain it to me once, and I watched a bit of it. I think it looked. I can't tell the difference between American football and rugby mostly. They look about the same.
The biggest difference is that in American football, those men are dressed like tanks in all of their pads and gear. And in rugby,
And in rugby,
they have nothing.
they're just hardcore. They just come off with bloody mouths and all that stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, in the American football, they've tried to make it less brutal and add more padding over the years. I think eventually they're just going to be running around in hamster balls.
That would make
To be
football
fair-
interesting enough for me to watch.
To be fair, such a a violent sport, you can't really fault them for trying to make it less dangerous.
Yeah, there's been studies on the brains of deceased NFL players and just found colossal brain damage.
Wow.
I mean, they smack into each other constantly with much force.
But they've
Yeah,
got
it's
all
only
that
been in-
padding and
Well, it's only been in
helmets.
recent years that they've actually tried to negate some of the harder hits that they would take in the past. For example, going helmet to helmet is strictly forbidden now, when in the past it wasn't.
I just am not a sports person at all. I watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
Which is the
And-
reason why they want you to watch it. Let's be frank there.
Yeah.
There's only two sports that I like: tennis and football. And that's
I do
'cause
like
mum.
my sports games, but that's an entirely different thing.
I don't like sports games either. I hate them.
Probably my favorite sports game is actually Blood Bowl.
I want Blood Bowl so bad.
Well, I have the old Blood Bowl. It's to explain to Amy, I don't think if she hasn't seen it. It's basically a slightly more violent rugby,
Right.
set
Well,
in a
bear in mind,
fantasy world.
Where you
I
can
don't
kill
have
each other.
much rugby either. I just know I have a general passing knowledge because I don't like rugby, but I can.
Well, that's
manage to
why
get
I
the
said
idea.
slightly more violent, Jared.
Fair enough. Alright.
I need to go back and play some Blood Bowl at some point.
Do
Even
you-
though the new version's kind of killed the multiplayer scene, I'm assuming.
Rage, do you want me to do a few challenges? We're at a good stopping spot if you want to swap over.
Let me hunt down the list again.
You hunt down a list, and I'll save the game and get swapped over to the sandbox mode game. 1.5 million funds. That's alright. Chunk of change.
Let's see, what ones did we do last time?
We launched the rocket upside down. We tried to build the Kerbal cannon.
Should we try the Mooner Express?
What's the Lunar Express for us who can't see these challenges?
Impact the Mun with a craft in under 25 minutes of mission time.
You got
25
it.
real life minutes?
25 mission time minutes.
Oh, okay. That
No,
seems
the mission
different.
time elapsed. That's why it's a challenge.
Let's see. Are the rules stock parts only? I'm assuming.
Hang on, I just remembered that when I'm looking for it on the list.
Because, I mean, if it's not stock parts only, that's easy. Because I can just use the big Thor, slap a command pod on the top.
It's usually stock parts only. Let's see. Yeah, it's stock parts only. No. This one actually is mod parts allowed. So,
Ooh.
but I think a stock one would be more fun.
Alright, well, let me do it one time.
No mech jet or cheap parts. So do that as you will.
Cheat parts?
Yeah, cheaty parts, zero consumption engines, warp drives, etc.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Or do you want, since you're using mods, should you go for the hard mode?
What's hard mode?
Minimus in 25 or Mun in 15.
Let's try Mun in 15. I've never launched straight to Minmus before. I have launched straight to the Mun before.
Yeah, getting that inclination right for Minmus is tricky. I usually go for the second, more effective method of transfer. Just do the transfer, then do a plane change in flight towards Minmus.
The launch pad is not in serviceable condition. Lunar Express.
What, did you break the launch pad?
I must have, and then left it broken
How did you break the launch pad?
by blowing it up.
Dropping
I suppose.
something on it?
Oh, the cannon was the last challenge we did, and I blew up the launch pad because the cannon fell over on it.
Oh, that's right.
Guys, do you know of any mods that keep parts alive that, instead of having them disappear after they get a certain distance away?
No, that's a hard-coded thing into the game.
Right. Because I think I get away with not having parts fall on the KSC just because I get too high and they disappear. I've found it's extremely difficult to damage your buildings.
Nah, super easy to damage your buildings.
Accidentally.
Well,
Not deliberately. Not launching things straight into them.
probably your problem with that is that you're using small craft. Once you start getting into the 2.5 meter stuff, it gets a lot easier to do it by accident.
Right, okay.
Because it only requires mass to destroy a building. Like, if you built, for example, like a giant tank and drove it into your base at 5 meters per second, your base would explode. But you could take a rocket, like a tiny rocket, and crash into it at, 500 meters per second, and nothing would happen. Discovered that one. Actually, I saw that on a YouTube video, and then I went and tested it myself. All right, attempt number 1. I don't know why I just throttled up. It's gonna be really loud. I'm gonna back up a bit. Here we go.
Remember, it's your mission time elapsed, not real life time.
Do what?
This challenge is your mission time elapsed, not real time.
Yeah, I can't see the mission time because the.
Oh, don't worry, I can see it.
Okay.
Of course, I'm a few seconds behind you, so.
I may be accelerating too fast. Definitely accelerating too fast. Yep.
Well, if you had the temperature gauges, that means that the heating's not a problem.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so
Well, at least you have plenty of acceleration. Wow, G-force endured 7.2.
all right, we'll go for a nice 2-ish TWR. Oh, but now I gotta wait on the moon again. All right, attempt number 2. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Let's see, I'm aimed somewhere right
To be
about
fair,
here.
I don't even know if this is. To be fair, I don't even know if this is still possible.
Why do you say that?
Oh, because of heating. Not sure if hard mode is possible at least.
Well, we'll find out. Let's just turn those temperature gauges off. Like you said, that means that the heat doesn't matter.
I don't know if
What?
I don't know if it's cheating to turn off heating if you know you're only doing it to get around.
Something exploded. Things exploded.
But we're going to the challenge, I mean.
I think it would be cheating if you turn it off because of that. Nope, we missed.
Oh,
I didn't aim
went
far enough
down.
ahead. Alright, revert to launch. Third time's the charm.
If you say so.
Actually, I might have accidentally aimed behind it. I think I accidentally aimed behind it. Rocket Man! On the bright side, at least I know that it makes it. It's got enough delta V.
True. It's just the point of aiming it now.
Yep. And then, can we get it in time?
Well, you should be able to get easy mode at least. It's the hard mode that's going to be questionable just because of heating.
Could just accelerate enough to get out of the atmosphere. And then once I'm out of the atmosphere, I could punch the main engine.
I totally forgot to look at chat again. Now I'm catching up on you, Relic. I'm depending on the rover. What are you on about? I'm depending on the rover.
Right, did we get it this time with the aim?
Space anomaly in there. I'm totally lost. The Oracle has lost me. Are you talking about things that haven't happened yet?
Nope. Missed it. Close
Well,
to
that
this time,
time
though.
you had your boosters are exploding and not quite symmetry. Or did you catch that?
No, yeah, I saw that.
Actually, you're close, depending on if you could adjust.
Oh, we got an encounter.
Yep, but I gotta actually hit the mun.
Really? You blew the R&D with a rope? Was that deliberate, Relic?
Where's the big... I'm missing it. There it is.
Never knew they were. I thought they were a lot more sturdy than that.
Huh? Oh, it's got them out of order.
Adding a little bit of maneuverability to the last stage.
Yep. Alright, so those four should fire. And then those. And then that should decouple. Is my decoupler on upside down? I don't think so.
Well, part of the problem with going off target is that you're losing your boosters in an explosion instead of decoupling them.
I don't understand why it's only saying I've got one stage.
It does that to me sometimes as well. They disappear, and I've noticed that sometimes it doesn't show up on my Kerbal Engineer thing as well. So I'll have like multiple engines, multiple stages, and only one will show up. So I have no idea what Delta V I've really got. I don't know why it sometimes does it.
Never had that happen to me, but then again, my problem has always been the launch clamps.
Those darn launch clamps.
Those darn holdy things for the rocket, if ever I could remember.
The holdy things. Alright. Let's try again. Alright, this time I'm just going to point directly at the mun.
Isn't that generally what you were doing before, though?
I was trying to lead it. This time I'm just going to point directly at it.
Well, you don't really need to lead it by that much because you're only 15 minutes away from it, in theory.
Alright, let's try again. And I turn my thrust to weight down just a little bit more, so maybe the engines won't explode from overheating because I won't be going fast enough. Let's see, do I have my terminal velocity? Yeah, look at that. Very aerodynamic craft. It's mostly points, though.
Well, you do have a point on that one.
Oh, there comes the heat. I turn the gauges off, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like putting black tape over the check engine light in your car, right?
That's right. Makes the problem go away.
What you don't know can't bother you
Exactly.
until you explode. I'm gonna be right back. My rats have just told me they're thirsty.
Your rats.
Time to make a slight adjustment, right?
Yep, if I can select my... Because I want to set this up with a maneuver node instead of just trying to guess.
Or at least get a direction, right?
Yeah.
What's your estimated time right now?
There we go. That doesn't.
Alright, I'm back. Hello.
1 hour to Mun encounter.
Oh, relics on TeamSpeak. I didn't see that. Yeah, relic, I have pet rats. I used to have like 7, but you know, they don't live very long. And now I
Oh,
only
they're a
have
couple
2.
years, right?
Yeah.
What she's saying is that she kills them.
I don't kill them. They're my babies.
Yeah, I have another friend that loves her rats.
They're really intelligent. They get a bad rap.
Oop, wrong direction. What do they taste? Probably pretty bad.
I would imagine with their tongues.
Yeah. I used to have one who was obsessed with licking me. Like she'd climb up onto my head and then just keep licking my lips.
That's interesting.
She was adorable. She was always a weird one. She's not here anymore though. She died.
Where?
She was a happy rat though. What? That wasn't a really appropriate thing though. She died.
Never said I was appropriate.
Oh, you're very inappropriate. Oh, you had to see Spaceman. What type? Were they Dumbos? Or were they Toppies?
40 minutes to encounter.
Maybe you should have held on to that booster, used it first, then did the adjustments.
I mean, the whole booster burned out. Like, I used them all.
Oh, you used them all? I thought
Yeah.
the center stack was still active.
No. Oh, hey, I went through the mud. Magic. It was too slow anyway, so.
Yeah, you don't want to time warp that far.
Alright, let's see.
I'm a little surprised they're using a manned probe for this, or a manned craft for this. Aren't probes lighter?
They are lighter, but I went with this one just for the better reaction wheels and then more batteries for them. Because it's got several hundred power, as opposed to a probe's like 10. I'd have to put solar panels and stuff on it. I mean, if I get desperate, I guess I could do that, but we're not desperate yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, once again, that is in the wrong stage. Right, that one's that one. No way this will fail. I think the chances are pretty good that it's going to fail at least once. We're going to put some struts on here, though. That'll fix it.
Oh, Spaceman. Puppies, their ears are on the top of their head. Dumbos, they look like Dumbo and they're on the side of their head.
I really should send you the Twitter name of my friend so you could just talk rats back and forth. Even though she had to give up hers.
My breeder lives like just down the road, so I'm like always seeing tons and tons and tons of rats.
No reverts. No thanks.
Well, she had a bad string of luck with her rats. Well, it was more she got most of hers at around the same time, so she lost pretty much all her hoard.
Oh, yeah, that
pretty
really
much,
sucks.
Yeah, for like the first 7 months of the year, she lost one a month.
Oh, ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Alright,
And
so
she
will
was
it
down to
fall
one
over?
left, so she gave it to a friend.
Nope, didn't fall over.
Blast. Yeah, it's really bad to keep them on their own.
Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1,
Because
blast
she
off.
just
Oh, wait. Whoops. I didn't put the moon in the right place. Alright, set as target. Oh, whoops, I went past it. I went past it again. I went past it a bunch of times. And again. I'm time warping too fast. No, I did it again.
You let them come and go as you please. Spaceman, were these pets or were these just like, rats in the wild?
They were living in your basement.
I don't think you can call them pets if they're just coming and going as they pleased without any input from you.
Yeah, that only really works for cats.
Yeah, I mean, what is it with cats? Cats have really got the whole, it's a good for this thing going on.
Well, see, the thing is that cats were once worshipped as gods in Egypt, and they just never forgot about that.
So now they just walk with struts around because they worship me.
Pretty much.
Well, so far so good. Looks like the center thruster's gonna run out before the side boosters.
Looks like Reliquant's death. Because I'm pretty sure Amy will hunt him down.
What?
All right, punch it.
Save the queen. No. Why? Besides, I only knew one verse. I think everyone in the country only knows one verse. Spaceman, did you at least feed them and water them?
I love how that this is.
He owned Pizza Rat. That was his rat. That went viral.
I love how that this has turned into a conversation about rats. This is why.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Well, I'm pretty sure it'd always be a mammal.
Usually.
Wait a second. Oh my.
No, Spaceman, you can't feed them hamster food. No, 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 no.
Alright, so
And
if...
now for Amy's rat tips.
Alright, so 25 minutes if I had actually pulled it off perfectly. Which is still not fast enough. Whoops.
That's
Where is
easy, man.
where is the clock? Oh, right, okay.
I accidentally went back
what,
to Space
what are you
Center.
up to? 26.
So those Kerbals are going to be stranded in the solar system for the rest of forever.
Oh wait, that was the encounter, not the impact.
I know.
So
So it would have been longer than that. Oh, load. Oh wait, never mind, it's there. What am I doing? Alright.
maybe that should be your rescue mission for next time we have a little bit of time left over.
I'll just bring it back with hyper edit.
No, that's cheating. That's going to be your next challenge: is rescue those Kerbals.
They're screwed. There's no way I'm getting them back.
I really want to see you
was-
do this, by the way.
What was the orbit on that?
Ridiculous. We can go look at it in the tracking station.
Do you think you're going to be able to do this in 25 minutes?
We will find out.
I wonder
Next
how many
time.
bottles of beer they're going to sing about on the wall until they get bored of it.
How many packs of Crispies?
Yeah, this is quite a fun thing you've got going here. It really sucks that I can't come every week and watch.
Well, Amy, we all have to have priorities in our life.
And
Are you
that's
saying
what
I should
YouTube
leave
is
my
for.
job?
Yes, you should leave your job. Come hang out with us. Where's the big nose cones? There we go. Alright. I'm basically just guessing now because Kerbal Engineer is not helping me at all.
Kerbal Engineer doesn't understand what you're trying to do. It's confused. No, Beckett, stop.
Alright. Got the struts. Go away. Steam alert. Alright, so we need these four. Wait, what are these? Alright, there those are. So we need those there. And we need this one somewhere much farther up the rocket. Wait, no, that's wrong. Needs to be one more. There we go. So these four fire. Go According to this, stage 4's got 2.31. It seems to like this bottom stage, and then nothing above it matters. Right.
That's because it's going to burn up in the atmosphere long before those other stages fire.
Fair enough.
Or Kerbal Engineer realizes, wait, are you shooting for the mun? Screw it. You don't need me at this point.
All right.
But yeah, my challenge for you next week is recover the Kerbals.
We can try that, but I don't think it's gonna work out too great. While we're sitting here in map view, where are they? There they are.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to catch up.
Let's take a look at what their trajectory is. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm pretty sure I didn't click on that ship, but alright.
Yes, you did. Quit lying.
What? No. This ship. Mooner Express ship. I can't switch to it.
It's going too fast for you to switch to.
Alright. Gotta time accelerate and get all this jazz set up.
Valentina is happy to be part of this plan. Welric, not so much.
And Agley also looks pretty excited. We'll see how long that excitement holds.
Come on, you've got to do it this time, Jared.
Oh, Val's going to be delighted no matter what. She's going to space.
That would pretty much be my face if I was going to space.
If you're planning on crashing into the moon in under an hour.
Maybe slightly less enthusiastic, but only slightly.
Herbals.
Well, to be fair, Val does have the immortality flag. She just dusts herself off and then just flies back to the KSC.
There's an immortality flag?
Yeah, the original 4 Kerbals will respawn.
Ah.
Unless you got that turned off, in which case they stay dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the idea of them crashing somewhere, dusting themselves off, and then jetpacking.
Oh my.
Okay, let's see what you're oh-mying about. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Lots of bits fell off. We're tumbling through the lower atmosphere. My
You
trajectory is
actually
going to be...
made Val stop smiling.
My-
She's very displeased at this point. Well, for a second there.
Just for a second there.
She doesn't like bits of her craft exploding.
She's so picky.
Nope, this is not going to work. It's just not going to work. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to finish this out, but... We're pointing towards the ground. Not good. Definitely not good. What does my trajectory look like?
I just love Val, this huge grin, or this huge smile, and everyone else panicking. The portraits have to be one of the best parts of KSP.
All right, we're going prograde again, but definitely not towards the mine.
Just exactly how much control do you have of this?
One reaction wheel in the command pod.
Okay, so none. Got it.
Yeah, I'm at the mercy of it. All right, screw it. Let's just see what happens. I mean, we're gonna break orbit. We're headed somewhere, mostly retrograde, kind of towards Eve. All right, there's our orbit.
So you missed one and heading towards Eve. Got it.
Kind of towards Eve. We're going way up. And there we are out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. There's, now we're in Moho's orbital plane. Oh, did we run out of fuel? We did, the SRB's empty. For a brief second, we almost had a Moho encounter. But it's gone now. Alright, revert to lunch.
Revert to lunch.
I'm gonna try it one more time like this, but I'm probably gonna have to revert or recover it because I swapped craft, so I can't revert back to vehicle assembly building. Oh, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, again, time to wrap things up.
All right, we're gonna give this one shot, and if it falls apart again, then we'll start next Monday night Kerbalcast trying to finish this challenge.
You have to do it now, Jared. For me.
Oh, well, I'll send you the YouTube video when I complete it.
It's not enough. You have to do it now. It's
Oh,
not
looks like we're
insane.
going long.
You know, that's the great thing about streaming. The great thing about streaming is the interactivity.
Nope, we're losing it. We lost it. It's gone. Some of it survived when I did that.
None of it got to the moon, though.
We're still going. We can do this. We can. We can't really.
Love the optimism. I was gonna say, you're clutching a bit there.
Amy Relic is asking you to respond to him. He's left many messages in chat.
I keep having to look.
All right, revert. Since that
I forget. I keep having to look at the cat.
when that went wrong so quickly.
Oh.
You know, I
Well,
just
I
realized
missed a lot
something.
of
We haven't had spammers this time around.
That is true. Not a single one.
French tanks go faster in reverse. That is the most random piece of trivia.
It's. I think it's a joke.
Okay, that's good to know.
I think it's a joke because the French run away.
I haven't fallen asleep at the keyboard,
Hi, Jim.
I think. Am I still here? Yeah, I'm still here. Hi, Jim.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
very tired,
Nicole
but
and
I'm not
Jared that
asleep.
fall asleep at the keyboard.
Only sometimes.
Jared. Ah, there we go. You're right. What's the joke? Relic is the oracle, and Relic knows all. So maybe I was asleep on my keyboard and I didn't realise it.
Alright, let's see if those 4 tiny struts are enough. What if I put some more wings here? It would increase my drag, but... Nope. That's a way to potentially fix it in the future. Alright, last attempt.
I think your rocket is happy to see me, Jared.
Is it?
You okay, Amy?
Yeah?
Oh, you know what? I don't have the mun targeted. That would help.
Why? Can you guys not hear me or something?
No, it sounded like you started choking.
I was laughing. But it's good to know that my laughs and chokes are similar. Maybe, I don't know.
Put it right in the middle of the dot. There we go. I don't know why I'm engaging SAS, because it doesn't matter. And 3, 2, 1, go. It's hard to tell, but I feel like we're doing better this time. That could just be wishful thinking,
Most likely.
but... Thanks, Rach. I appreciate the confidence in the mission at hand.
Ray just knows what's going to happen.
I'm setting you up to surprise me. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, he's so convincing there, H.
Alright, so my apoapsis is out of the atmosphere already. No, it's working this time.
See?
The mission, Jim, is we're trying to complete the Reddit... What's the challenge called?
The Mooner Express.
Mooner Express. We're trying to do that.
Personally, I think hard mode should have been land on Mun in under 25 minutes.
That would be very difficult.
Would that even be possible?
No idea.
Maybe with mods. I don't think you could do it in the stock game, but you could use some kind of modded part that helps you survive.
Remember, a lot of these challenges are very, very old.
True. Uh-oh. Wobble.
Wobble of doom.
No, Jim, this is an older challenge. Alright, that one burnt out. Last SRB.
Yeah, they don't really do the challenges anymore.
Yes, Relic? I don't believe you. You're not actually studying. You're pretending to study.
Yeah,
What are you
it's like
studying, Relic?
it's like studying while watching TV. It doesn't work like that.
Wait. Okay. $31 until the SOI change. Yeah, I don't think we got it again. Just not fast enough. I'd like to select this maneuver node. The goal for the hardcore challenge is 15 minutes, Jim. And then what's the regular one?
It's 25. But of course that was before atmospheric heating, so maybe just try to get your best time.
Yeah. Oop, I'm going the wrong direction. Radial.
Also, I wonder if not burning full radial, but just partly to try to counteract it, so you're still getting forward momentum would help.
If this is an old challenge, do they not put new ones up anymore? Are they just all archived?
I haven't seen new challenges in a long time. If they do put them up, I simply miss them all.
Yay! I exploded in the middle of space. Can you see the mission timer age? 30 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Whoops, I hit revert to launch. Alright, 30 minutes is what I got.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. I gotta cut that in half. I'm not sure if adding more boosters is the solution.
Simple, a heat shield on front. Biff it.
That actually... Yeah, but then I'll create a whole bunch of extra drag.
Then more boosters.
But then I'll need more heat shields. And then I'll need more boosters.
So bigger.
Boosters all the way down.
I wonder if I can topple this thing over. Or is it too heavy? Yeah, it's too heavy. Alright. Amy, it has been a pleasure, but it's time to go for the night.
Oh no! Well, thank you for having me. I've had fun.
Thanks for coming. We've also had fun. You should come back. I do know that
I
the
will
time
come
is
back
ridiculous.
Next time I can.
Yeah, next time you can. That's fair enough. And then I'll hound you about it the whole time. Like, until you
Sounds
come
good.
back. I'll just keep messaging you constantly on Twitter.
Anyway, back to the editing booth, Amy.
Well,
and no
in the morning.
64-bit.
No
I'm
64-bit.
gonna go sleep first. No, right, no 64-bit till Kerbalcast is out. Got it. You're so strict.
Sleeping now is fair, though. That's fair.
I guess.
All
All
right.
right,
she
good
did have
night,
her nap.
guys.
All right, Rage, do you want to try and wing another ending? I think it's your turn to go first this time.
Yeah, but you were so much better at it.
Nah, it's your turn.
And that wraps up another Monday Night Kerbalcast. As always, feel free to follow our YouTube channels at
Gaming Psychologist.
and Gaming with Caffeine Rage.
Amy has been our very special guest tonight. We want to personally thank her for coming to hang out with us and do cool stuff. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you guys for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you for putting up with us this week.
Stay tuned for the actual Kerbalcast as soon as Miss Sleepy Badger gets it taken care of. And we'll see you next time.